I grew up in a household where it was a scarcity situation.
Yeah,
My
scarcity,
money
yeah.
struggled. My mother struggled. She worked 3 jobs. I mean, it was, the joke was we'd be window shopping, and my mom would say, "Well, that's a nice dress," and I would, 4 years old, I'd be like, "You can't afford that." So like, but I was always afraid of money and avoiding money, and so now as a business owner, 7, 8 years in, I get a business coach, and she's helping me look at the numbers. And there's literally a conversation where she said, "Heather, we got to talk about the elephant in the room. You're afraid to look at money.
Yes.
You got to get
that's-
familiar. You can't avoid it. You have to look at it."
it's a
And
phobia.
and I literally, this is so embarrassing. I think I've said this once on the podcast, but if not, okay. So I have multiple desks in my office, different workstations, right? And for years, all the financial file folders were in the desk I don't sit at. I was like, someone else will
On
take care of
purpose.
that. I didn't
Purposefully
even
like that.
think about it. I
Right.
just thought my assistant will do that, right? And then once I had this revelation with my coach, I was like, well, this is silly. I'm the one who should be touching all the money stuff. And I literally had to spend a day and reorganize my whole office and be like, those are my files. I'm the one who looks at the money. And since then, I feel less stressed about money. I feel less panicky. I may not have as much money in the bank as I would like, but I don't feel stressed about it because I know what it is. Do you know what I mean?
Yep.
And I think you have to know, where are you spending your money? How much are you saving? You have to look
It's
at
gotten
it.
a lot easier now with technology and
Yeah.
the data and the you can see everything on your phone. So when you are advising, so I'm advising my child not to spend so much money on their coffee. Well, I don't spend that much. Well, that's not data. The feeling is not data. Actually seeing the reports and confronting it. And I understand your phobia with the money because of a scarcity mentality. It's like you were afraid of it. There was never enough. There's always infinite.
So I had to
places
learn
yeah,
new
so you
habits.
had to learn.
Yeah.
So everyone should try to learn that. But getting over the phobia, you can't make good decisions as a business owner without knowing the data and seeing the money. And it will reduce your anxiety for it. People have anxiety and they come into my office anxious about money. And I try to break the ice, and I have a little funny thing I tell them. It's like, congratulations for coming in. The couple comes in, first time we're meeting, we're going to have a meeting about money. And, hey, congratulations, this is going to be great. It's going to be a combination of going to the dentist, a bad math class, and marriage counseling all at once. And then we laugh at it. And it's always the opposite. We try to make it a positive, fun discussion where we can. We have to look at the data, and we have to look at this together and say, this is where we're at. This is where we want to get. What's it going to take? And it's, connecting the dots. That's what money is. We have a goal. We're going to have to make a couple sacrifices to get it. We're going to do it, and we're going to get to that goal. And that's how I saved all the college money. This is what a really good education is going to cost in 20 years or 18 when they were born. And it's easy math to get it from this to that, but
sometimes it's hard to put that money away
it
when
is.
you're a young person or young
is.
parent. Yeah.
And it's the beauty of time value of money. The earlier you start, the easier it is to do.
Yeah.
It's not that it's easier said than done, but setting those boundaries and setting those goals.
Yeah.
But going back to your point, you had some phobia about it. You got over it though. The sooner you teach your kids that, hey, don't be afraid of it. Let's look at it. Let's see what that money is. The power of compounding.
When my kid discovered interest.
Yes.
Yeah.
I love it.
We opened up the savings account, and then their letter came and said, you earned this much interest. She was like, what?
It's the eighth wonder of the world. Compounding interest.
What is interest?
Ask Albert Einstein. I mean, it's fabulous. It's empowering to a lot of people. Wow, I can get money in my money. That's actually happening again now. The phenomenon in the finance world right now is that interest rates are high. It could be good or bad. If you're a borrower, it's bad.
Yeah.
If you're a saver, it's great. So now we're seeing, wow, 5% on my money. Now that's starting to add up. 5% 1 year and 5%. Now it's compounding. We hadn't seen that for over 10, 15 years. Rates were so low. So
That's one good thing, I guess, for
yeah.
right now.